Good morning, everyone. I am kind of like not feeling great. I feel like a bit fluey. I felt really fluey last night and I'm just like wanting to stay home and I'm just not feeling great today. We're supposed to be meeting people tonight. And I don't know, I just kind of hope it kind of cancels, but just because I'm just not feeling great. I think my mouth is super dry as well. I think, Nico, no more. I think that I've been so run down because it's just been a nightmare. Like I mentioned before, obviously had my sister and my brother-in-law come over for a couple of weeks. What overlapped was my mum and dad coming and they stayed for 2 weeks. And then, so there's no break in between that. So that's like 4 weeks of people over. And I'm feeling super thirsty and super hot. So that's like 4 weeks. And then I had a week off, or 2 weeks maybe, just to kind of catch up. And then my sister came. I kind of was not only catching up, but trying to get ahead so that I could chill with her for a bit. Stayed with her. We went on a little staycay at the Raffles, which you may have seen in the previous vlog. That was really nice. I had so much fun. It was really relaxing. And it was so nice to just spend time with her, you know? Like, even though it was last minute, like I managed to kind of like figure out my work. But since then, I have not been feeling great. I just feel like really run down, really exhausted. And even the littlest things make me really tired. So, and I've still got that thing where my voice sounds like I'm on a microphone. So I don't know what is going on with my ears. If I speak like this, then it doesn't sound like a microphone. That's so weird. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, got my shake. Morning shake, which I don't even feel like having, but I know I've got to. I've just really lost my appetite at the moment. I'm not feeling well at all. Last night I felt so fluey, like really fluey. It just progressed. And then I knocked back some paracetamol and had a really good night's sleep. I had 8.5 hours sleep, guys. Great sleep, but I've woken up and I'm just exhausted and I still don't feel well. Definitely not as bad as last night, but yeah, I'm just not feeling with it. On another note, I have had some new stuff come through which I haven't had a chance to unbox. One of them, which I actually opened up yesterday because I wanted to use it last night, is the new Current Body LED mask, which is this. Now, I already have the number one, which I actually gave that to my sister. Excuse me, people. Because I saw this package arrive just before she left. So this is number two, which is the updated one, which basically, it's a better fit because it goes over the chin as well, which is pretty good. So it goes all along the jawline, which I love. This is bigger and bulkier and not as heavy though, and updated. I need to charge this. And then it's actually a stronger LED, so it goes much deeper into the skin. So it's like going to a clinic and getting it. And it has, it had these rubber eye masks. This is an insert here, right, that I've put in. So it had it in the box, and I was like, why have they given these? This is weird, because you never needed it on the last one. I put this on without it, and oh my God, I thought I was going to, like, I was just going blind. I just could not see a thing. It was just so bright. And then I was like, right, okay, that's why they've given it. So it's obviously much brighter than the first one. So, yeah, it's definitely stronger. That's what I used yesterday. I don't want to put it on now because I've got a little bit of SPF on. I just feel not very good today, guys. Like, I don't think we should actually go out tonight. My nose is running now. This is not a good sign. And I'm feeling really sweaty, like, you know when you're just really sweating? You know that ill feeling? It's that. I need to get tissue. I did have a bit of a rant. No, it's not really a rant. It's like, I don't know, I just feel like this vlog has become more like my video diary than anything else at the moment. We will get back to plan, guys, we will. Don't understand why people have to go out for dinner Like, as in, why do we have to meet for dinner? Can we just meet for lunch? I don't think I'm going to do dinners anymore. Not unless I really have to. So, we've had quite a few dinners over the last, like, week or so. And Bobby and I have been speaking, and we're just exhausted, and all we need is our early night. Do you know what I mean? That's all we need, is our early night, every night, to get good sleep. Look, I'm not being funny. We're not in our, like, 20s. Do you know what I mean? We're not even in our 30s. Like, for God's sake. And I just feel like that as people get old, as you get older, you really kind of cherish your rest. Do you know what I mean? Like, in order to be in top form, you really do cherish your rest and, like, your sleep and your recovery. I think what's frustrating me is that I started this year off on a good note and healthy note, and I've been so good. Hopefully, as you can see, I'm losing weight. I am really trying to kind of reverse some of the issues that I had when I went to the doctor. So it's coming up to, I would say, give it another 3 weeks, and I'm going to take another blood test, and we're going to check what my cholesterol's like, what my liver is like. And let's see, because the main change that I've made in my diet, I've had a few questions about this, so I thought I'll also answer you guys, right, about what is my diet now. I wanted to make it, look, I can't say realistic, because realistic for me was being able to eat whatever I wanted, not worrying about things. That was realistic. But in reality, that isn't going to do you any good, right? So I have been yo-yo dieting for years. Up until, I would say, my mid-30s, I have always been very slim, like UK size 8 to 10. Always, even at school, very slim, always had a flat stomach, everything, never had any issues. And can I just say, I used to eat so much. I used to eat whatever I wanted. And I never looked after my diet at that point. I just don't think it was really we didn't have social media, so it wasn't really pushed as much as what it is now, which I think is actually a really positive side of social media, as much as there are many negatives to it. We didn't have that, you know. It wasn't like trending to go to the gym. It wasn't like you weren't seeing people going to the gym as much. And I wish they did kind of push that on you a bit more, because all you got pushed, like the only thing that they pushed at school was sports day. But as a whole, it wasn't any detail, any knowledge about how this helps you as you get older and things like that. Yeah, and I just kind of, like, after going to the doctors and, like, figuring out that, right, okay, clearly I need to, like, sort myself out. That is what really got me going, because I feel like before that, I just found it really difficult. And I don't know, like, nothing was working. And I actually found out why, because I have insulin resistance. And the doctor basically said to me, you need to cut down your carbs, like, a lot more. And it doesn't mean you don't have carbs. It just means have the good carbs. Like, cut out the pastas, cut out the bread. You know, if you want a little bit of bread, have a bit of sour bread. But, you know, don't have all the bad carbs, you know, the fries, all the pizzas and all that kind of stuff. Like, stuff that isn't good. Like, a lot of heavily fried foods, like food that's drenched in oil and stuff like that. So I made a conscious decision, and I literally started immediately. It wasn't like I tapered myself in, and I think even Bobby's, like, a bit surprised by it, but I basically cut out all of the crap. The only thing that I eat now is whole foods, high protein. I don't have, like, I don't have any processed food. I don't have any kind of bad carbs. I still go to all the restaurants, like, you know, we've been going for dinners. Obviously, I've had family over and everything. I've still managed it, which has been a real test for me. But even no matter where they go, they've not had to change where they go for dinner or, you know, as a restaurant, because of me. I've said to them that I'll find something at the restaurant. So even if there is a bit of bread that comes out, you know, I've had a little bite here and there, but I've made sure that I don't have the bad stuff, because that's just going to make me want it even more. So I try and fill up on protein more than anything else, and that actually has started to satiate me a lot better. So, like, let me give you an example. Yesterday, I always have this in the morning. This is my protein coffee shake. So as you saw, it's got coconut milk in it, which is unsweetened, by the way. And it has a teaspoon of creatine powder. I have about 40 40 grams of protein in here, which is a chocolate whey. And I have I think it's 1 shot. What was that, Nico? What was that? It's like 1 shot or 2 shots of espresso, I think, in there. Whiz it up, and then it's done, and it actually tastes really good. And this gives me my protein in the morning. It doesn't mean that this is what I'm going to have the rest of my life. Sometimes I will have like eggs in the morning or something, but 2 eggs isn't sufficient amount of protein. This kind of keeps me full up for quite a while. If I get a little bit peckish, I'll have like a boiled egg. Then I'll kind of have like a salad or something. And I have during the week, by the way, I get my clean food from Nutrition Kitchen, which is basically like they put together food which is not processed. It's whole food, high protein and good carbs and a lot of vegetables. So I have that for dinner during the week. And then weekends, I do my own thing. So I'll probably order some there's a really good place here called the Meeting Room, which does like chicken tikka, and I get that. Is it chicken tikka? Yeah, it is chicken tikka, and it's not drenched in oil, so I get that and I just have that. Like last night, that's what I had. I just had chicken tikka, like just chicken, and that's it. I'm done, and I don't have any dessert. If I do want dessert, I'll have an apple. So I definitely have reduced the amount that I'm eating, so I'm definitely in a calorie deficit. But at the same time, I think what's more important to me is I'm eating the right type of food. At the moment, I'm in a calorie deficit because I'm trying to shift the weight. I'm trying to get rid of the weight. And I know it kind of doesn't annoy me, but it's like, when people are like, oh, don't lose any more weight, or no, this is fine. Like, this isn't, I would say part of it was visual for me, and it has been for a while because I haven't been used to being bigger. Like, I've always been slim. So going into my, late 30s, it was kind of like, what is going on for me? But, I don't, it didn't there were times where it was a bit upsetting for me, but not so many times. Not as many times as I thought it would be. I kind of just didn't really care. And that's not a good approach. So I've just had to really shift my mindset and my lifestyle now. So alongside this, I'm doing reformer Pilates twice a week. I get my steps in, and then I try and do a couple of weight training sessions a week, which is just mainly, I try and focus on upper body just because I'm kind of weak on the upper body. See, I can hear my voice go, so I feel like things are not good. And I don't drink anything other than water throughout the day, and that's it. So I have a lot of water. I have this, I fill it up. I don't actually know how much is in this. I need to actually measure this, weigh it. But I have this whole thing for the whole day and finish that. I have my vitamin C, which is like the tablet that you dissolve in water. I have that. I have my collagen gel, that's like a spoonful of that I have every morning. I have my vitamin D. I take that once a week because it's a very high strength one that I'm taking. Oh, and I take my Viviscal, which I've been taking for a little while, which is for kind of like hair, because I just found over the last couple of years I have a lot of hair fall, and it's really frustrating me now. And that's my situation at the moment. Now, as I was saying, it does kind of annoy me when people say, oh, don't lose any more, because I've gone past the point of this being about physical, visually for me, right? This is now more about the health for me. So the reason I don't say this to other people is because I know this about myself, and that's why it kind of frustrates me. It's also, I don't need someone else to tell me that I should or shouldn't lose weight. Do you know what I mean? I don't need someone to tell me, don't lose any more than this, or don't go any skinnier than this. It's what do you want me to say? Oh, okay. No, firstly, it's none of your business. You have no input into what I look like and what I should look like. Secondly, I didn't ask your opinion. Thirdly, right, and this is why I don't comment on other people's weight. Number one, the biggest reason is none of my business, right? That's the main reason, can I just add? Because I think it's absolutely ludicrous that people think it's acceptable to say anything to anyone about their weight, right? Whether they are skinny or overweight, I don't care. You just have no right to say something to someone. Honestly, learn some manners. But my main thing is, you don't know how someone feels. For example, for me, I actually feel quite comfortable in my clothes now. I feel much better. I feel a lot more confident. But I still know that I have a lot of fat to shift around my midsection. I'm also very aware that you can't target fat loss, right? So you cannot target where you want to lose it. So I am well aware that currently me shifting the weight means that I might have to go a little bit further than I really want to go, purely because I know, number one, when I start, when I get off the deficit and I increase my calories a little bit, I'm going to put a bit of weight on, right? So I need to be prepared for that. Secondly, I also don't want to be left with fat around the midsection, which is actually the most dangerous area anyway, which is what my doctor told me as well. Like, that's the area that I'm trying to actually shift the weight from. Like, so it means that I'm going to have to go a little bit more than I really want to go. So I would rather do that and then work on building muscle and putting the weight on, but, like not just being a bit clever about it in that sense, because obviously clearly I wasn't when I was younger because I just didn't care, right? Whatever. Yeah, it just annoys me. It's like, seriously, do you think I'm really just doing this because I want to be skinny? Because I actually don't like that look anyway, but I just want to be able to feel healthy. And I honestly, like I said in my previous or last couple of vlogs, like the doctor literally put the fear of God into me, and I was just like, I want to just sort myself out and get in. I just want to be healthy, right? Yeah, I just want to get rid of some of the fat, which is clearly in a dangerous spot. So that's my situation, guys. I am gonna just kind of chill for the day. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, for God's sake, I've got film today. I don't know if I'll do that today. Bobby did say to me I could do it tomorrow. I think I might take him up on that. I'm just not feeling it today. I just really also don't want to go for dinner tonight. Yeah, as I was saying, why does everyone always want to go for dinner in the evening? Like, can we just make it more of a, like, can we just do lunches or breakfasts instead? I think Bobby and I are going to actually put this, I'm going to speak to him when he's back. I'm going to say, I think from now on, we say no to dinners. Simple as that. We don't do dinners. I think I'm going to say that. No more dinners now, because honestly, it takes it out of me and I am shattered. And I can't do too many dinners. My social battery is just like so... Honestly, I don't have it in me. I really don't have it in me to be talking all the time. I'll just go quiet. That's what happens to me. I go quiet. And it's not because I don't like the person. We don't agree to go with people for dinner if we don't like them. Trust me. We only go for dinner with people and meet people that we actually like. But the problem is, as I have gotten older, No, there are several problems actually. Number one is I can't fake it. I am the worst person to fake. Like, I can't be someone I'm not. I can't pretend. So I can't sit there and put loads of effort in talking if I'm really tired. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of go quiet, and I'm so lucky that my husband is like so good socially, because God knows what I would do. I don't think anyone would want to meet me. Because I feel like she's weird. She just doesn't talk. But I don't know. I just feel like, I know this sounds really bad. I've just got to be in the mood. Do you know what I mean? I've just got to be in the mood. Like, if I am tired, there's really no point. Because, like, I can't give you any more than that. I can't explain it. But I hope someone kind of like understands what I'm saying. Is there anyone else who feels this way? Like, and I guess as I've gotten older, I'm really prioritizing what I want to do as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Not that I don't want to go out and meet people, but I also don't want to come across rude. I'm not rude. I don't think I'm rude. I think I'm actually quite nice to people, because I just think it's very rude. Well, it's rude to be rude. That's what I was going to say. I just don't like rude people, right? I just can't help, like, if I'm tired. Do you know what I mean? And I know that may come across rude sometimes. So it's just better if I just don't see you in the evenings, because I get really tired. I don't know, I just feel like I've been there, done that. Do you know what I mean? Like, growing up, like, the whole going out and everything. I just can't deal with all this now. Like, I don't drink alcohol, so Bobby doesn't drink either. So it's kind of like, I know a lot of people like going out for dinner in the evenings because they like a glass of wine or something, but we don't drink. So, I used to, and I don't anymore. I don't know if I ever will again, but I'm really like taking this whole thing seriously about my health. So it's just kind of eat and go home for us, so I'm going to speak to him about this today. I think we're going to do it. We're going to say, listen, give me some good ideas, guys. What could we say? No, I don't want lies. Obviously, I don't want to lie to people, right? But like, what is a good way of putting it so that it doesn't sound weird to people that we don't go out for dinner? Because saying we don't do dinner is a bit weird. Do you know what I mean? So how can I phrase it in a way that is understandable for people? We're being able to draw boundaries and enjoy our life and feel content and get our sleep and all that kind of stuff. But how do we say it in a way which doesn't sound weird to people? Let me know. Other than that, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I feel like I've spoken a lot on today's vlog. Yeah, I guess I'm going to see you on the next vlog. Bye, guys.